sits. Lucy sits. Lucy. Vamos. So another day. Still feeling amazing. I just continue with this intermittent fasting. If you haven't tried it, you gotta try it. I don't know if it works for everyone like it works for me, but if it does, you'll love it. Yesterday, you know, what I did yesterday would have been like such a long day. Would have took a ton out of me. Would have been like so like unhappy, like because I worked a lot. Then I had to go to look at the new hotel for in Acapulco, which we're starting to narrow down to a couple now. And spent all day at the hotel, and that would have usually taken a lot out of me. But now I got so much energy and I'm in such a good mood. It was like no problem. It was good. And I didn't eat till 3, so we've kind of finished the first hotel tour around 3. The guy said, "Do you want to have lunch?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's perfect timing. I can eat now." And we went. I had a Caesar salad, so I had a little bit of cheese, I guess. So I'm not like super strict on it, but try to be. And tortilla soup, so a little bit of tortilla as well, which I shouldn't eat under my new diet. But there was nothing else really there to eat, so I had a little bit of that, and just felt amazing. And even before that, I went to a store, and so I was just enjoying myself being there. I was in a good mood. I was talking to people. I was like this is not normal for me. I haven't been like this. I don't remember the last time, if ever. So it's like a new me, all because of I guess all the things I'm doing. I'm sure it's not just the fasting, because I am doing so many things. I'm also detoxing. I'm going to talk a lot about that soon, because I think that's a big part of it. And I can just tell I'm getting a lot of toxins out, a lot of parasites and toxins. And yeah, I just feel like unbelievably good. And it's quite amazing how little I eat. So yesterday I did have that Caesar salad and a little bit of soup. Then I came home and I had what did I have? I don't even remember. Not much. I think something like I don't even remember, a salad or something. Then I had, I was pretty much like, that's about all I need for today. There's some bird up here, making some interesting sounds. Oh, there he is. Anyway, and then I had some watermelon, and then I had like this vegan pastry at night around 9, and that was it. Now I'm not going to eat till 3 o'clock today, which is like no problem now. It gets easier and easier to do these things, and I just feel so good. And like I don't ever want to go off this. Like I feel like even right now I feel so good, like not just okay, like good. Like I can feel the warmth of the air, I can smell, like all my senses are coming back. I can smell, and everything feels nice. Like I feel good. Like I know this sounds weird. Like if you haven't been like how I was, you might be like, "What's he talking about?" That's how I feel every day. And good for you if you do. I don't. I haven't for years, if not decades. So to me, this is like so exciting, and I'm looking at all these things I can do. Like it's like I have a whole new life. Some people call this sort of like Christian born again sort of thing. I think there's something to that about being born again, sort of like a renewal. I don't know if that's what I'm going through. I don't know what exactly it all means or anything. I'm just saying that's sort of what I feel. Like I feel like I'm brand new, and it's kind of cool because I'm not old enough yet that I can't enjoy myself too much. I've got a lot of wisdom from like 30 years of doing stupid stuff. And now I have tons of energy. So if I want to, I can really do some really interesting things. I've already done a lot of interesting things in my life, but I'm just imagining what I could do. So yeah, I'm just kind of in a good mood today. And just talk about food, like and diet and stuff. I know I've talked a lot about it, but it's it's really changed a lot for me. So I'm quite excited about it. But it seems like so many people are like, what should I eat? What should I add? Like, what vitamins should I take? All these sort of things. What more should I take to improve my health? And what I've found personally is most people, and I'd say almost all people, don't really need to add a ton. What they need to do is stop eating what they're eating currently, mostly. Eat a lot less, put in a lot less things into your body. Because basically what I've sort of been understanding is we become more toxic and more toxic as time goes on, especially in our current modern day lifestyles. And so you're basically like a big garbage can full of toxins, mucus and toxins basically. And so to say to someone like that, well, you need to add some of this and add some of that to your garbage can. No, you need to empty the garbage. And so all these enemas and colonic hydrotherapy, it's been shocking. Even every day when I do the enema with this diet I'm on, like I still all kinds of like mucusy, really interesting things come out every single day. And when it comes out, I feel like so good, like a relief. And I think that's a big part of why I'm starting to feel like really good. Like I'm like, I said it like a week ago, I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling even better now. And like it's getting hard to describe. It's like so good. like almost like I said like yesterday, I said I feel like I'm high, like on ecstasy or something. It's like, and barely eating anything. And feeling this way, it's really been interesting. So I don't know if I can keep this going or even get more like this, but I'm gonna try because like it's like being high basically, but without any of the negative aspects of taking like ecstasy or something, which would be for me waking up the next day and feeling so depressed, like suicidally depressed for like 3 days. But instead, I feel like I'm a little bit on ecstasy, but the next day I feel like I'm on ecstasy again. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Like I don't know if this is gonna last or what's going on, but I wanna kind of like record it. So if I lose this, I wanna go back and try to think how I felt and why and what was I doing and try to get it back if I lose it. Like I was in the store yesterday and, normally like, Bruce, Ben, Bruce. Normally I'd go in I wouldn't even go in. Like I wouldn't want to. I'd send like someone like my driver in to go because I just don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to be around anybody or talk to anybody or anything. And I needed I was looking to get a new SIM chip in Mexico here so I can do live streaming on 4G. And I'm in the store and they're playing music and I'm enjoying the music. I'm talking, I'd normally be irritated how long the person is taking because really like they're so bad with service in so many places in Mexico. Not necessarily restaurants, they're really good at restaurant service usually. Not all, but a lot, especially if you go to nice restaurants. But the sort of like retail, not even retail, but like working at the cell phone company, which there's not a lot of competition here. That's one of the bad things about Mexico. Got a big monopoly sort of a thing with Carlos Slim and all that. So you don't have like 30 different cell phone companies all competing. If you did, you get way better service, obviously. But because of that, she was so slow. It took like 10 minutes just to even start answering my question. And normally that would be like quite irritating to me, but I was just like, fine, just sort of like enjoying myself. Just kind of like spending my time, just breathing, thinking about stuff. Like just totally not what I would normally do. And then she sent me over to a cashier's cage, kind of a cute girl there. I'm chatting with her, I'm enjoying myself. It was like, like, I know to some people, they're like, well, what's he talking about? Like, that's what I do every day. It's like, I didn't. So this is like a whole new experience. And then we went to the hotel. We had a great time, actually. They all knew us. Acapulco is like a big deal in Acapulco now. So they invited us to come look at their hotel. It was the Princess Hotel. We show up, and actually the guy who runs it all, it's an old friend of mine. I didn't even know. He used to work at a restaurant I used to go to all the time. So he was waiting. He's like, Jeff. I was like, oh, hey, you work here now? He's like, yeah. They had drinks waiting for us. Actually had a little bit of a mojito. It was good. I had a couple sips. I didn't really want to have much more because I'm feeling so good, but it was tasty. Then we met the manager. He's really nice, and they're trying to get us to do our conference there. But just like everything I just described, going to that store, going to the hotel for a couple hours, looking at all the stuff, going to all the rooms, all the conference rooms, talking about details, that would have been like a horrible day for me in the past. And yesterday was just like totally fine. It was like enjoyable. So again, I know it sounds silly, but for people who haven't been how I've been for the last 10 or 20 years, I'm trying to describe to you how different it is. And really, again, I think a big part of it, not everything, but a big part has been the diet, has been the intermittent fasting, and also detoxing. I'm going to get into that soon, talk a lot more about that, and a few other things. I'm doing so many things, of course, yoga, meditation, all kinds of stuff. But those things were really what kind of seemed to push me over the edge here. So I'm going to keep trying to roll with this. I've just been like exercising so much too. I've been just got so much energy. Like all this stuff and eating, it all just flows into place when you feel good. So I feel really good. So I'm like walking with the dogs. That's no problem. That used to be actually kind of hard to do. I'll probably go back. I'll probably do some elliptical machine. I'll probably do some weights. I got some work to do. I'll probably do that. No problem. Pedals. Yeah, pedals, Ben. Jetty. Yeah. And then as far as food, like I don't really feel hungry. I'll probably feel hungry around 1 in the afternoon, but I like to just push it another couple hours. There is some science, some science is good. I don't trust most of it though, and any thinking person shouldn't or wouldn't. Most of what you hear, for whatever reason, all kinds of reasons to not give you the right information. But there is some evidence, and I can kind of feel it. That's why, you got to do these things for yourself. That's really the only way to know anything. But they say apparently if you can go over I think it's 16 or 18 hours, which is I do about 18 hours, I think. Yeah, I do 18. Your human growth hormone increases by 2,000%, it said. I don't know if that's true. That sounds like a lot. But actually, when you're my age, 46, you don't produce a lot of HGH. So it is possible it does increase by that much. They also say it increases testosterone. I've read that. And I talked earlier about how my vitality, sexuality has just completely improved since I've been doing all this stuff. So that could be the testosterone, could be the increase in HGH. Could be just the clean blood. I think that's the main thing because, of course, a big part of sexuality for men is having their blood free flowing pretty good. And yeah, now it's kind of weird. Like it's everything's. I feel like I'm a kid again, like a teenager again. And so I'm trying, but I have all this. I know so much more now. It's kind of like a do-over. It's kind of super cool. And I've learned so much, and now I can kind of do it better this time. So yeah, I'm super excited about life. Haven't been like that forever. Don't remember. I think when I was 21 or something, when I left my hometown and moved to Vancouver, I think I was excited about life then. I think that was the last time. But yeah, so weird. But great, and yeah, just feeling amazing, physically, whew. I'm excited to see how good I can not only feel but even look, because I can see my body all change, and I'm getting nicely muscled and really lean. See if I can get that 8-pack going. Yeah, so I'm like excited about life. So weird, but cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep doing this. I'll keep talking about this information. Keep learning. I got a lot to talk about detoxing. That's going to be sort of the next big topic, because that's a huge one, and that could be the reason I feel so good. Because I have been detoxing pretty hardcore, and most people don't even understand what that word means. I'll tell you more about it later. But I have been for about a month. I've been doing Josh Mason's Detox Dudes. Check it out. Just Google the Detox Dudes, I think. They've got like a coaching on detox, which I do recommend, and I'll tell you more about that later because there's so many things. But I think I've gotten out. I think I still got tons more to get out, but I think I've gotten out enough now that I'm starting to like feel really good. And so now what's that going to do? It's going to make me want to keep going, like even more. Like if I can feel, how much better can I feel? So I'm doing that and all kinds of other stuff. So I'll keep talking about that stuff. So stick with me here on my personal Facebook page, or I do this on YouTube as well right now. I think about starting something like called the Health Vigilante or something, but we'll see. I'm doing too many things, but I have enough energy to do them now, so that's kind of cool. Peace, love, and anarchy.